Hey Rotary Swing golfers, welcome back. I'm your instructor Chris Tyler. And a very common question that we get from a lot of amateur golfers is, how do we clear our hips properly in our downswing? Well, that's exactly what we're going to be discussing today. I'm going to talk to you about what you're going to be looking for in the downswing transition and how to properly clear those hips out so that you get more power, more speed, and you got yourself a really good impact position. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we're going to be talking about how to use your hips properly, or how to clear your hips out properly in the downswing. This is a really commonly asked question from a lot of our students, and what I want you to think of here is a baseball pitcher. Okay, this is the best way for me to describe how the hips are working in the downswing. A baseball pitcher, for him to throw a ball, if I was going to throw a ball this direction, okay, you would see shift and load up the right side. You would see the first move, okay, would be to lift that lead leg up, and you're going to see that it would externally rotate. Now, I know that this is not the correct anatomic term for this, but I'm just making it easier for people around the world to understand. That first move would be external rotation of that lead leg. He would plant on that foot, he would pivot the hips, and then he would throw the ball. That exact same move is happening in the golf swing, believe it or not. We're just stuck to the ground. Watch some of these long ball hitters. Watch a lot of these guys. When they start their downswing, their first move is externally rotating this lead leg, okay? They'll start to use those muscles in that lead leg to pull themselves over to the lead side. This is how you're gonna start to work on clearing your hips. Once you feel your weight getting into your left side and you notice that your left knee is in what we call neutral joint alignment, where that is the center of the knee stacked over the lead ankle. So you're loaded, you externally rotate till that lead knee is right on top of the ankle. Now what your goal is, and this is the simple move here, is you're going to be pushing your left heel into the ground and trying to use your torso, your obliques, to pull your hip away from the target. So I'm going to show you from this perspective here. So I'm going to externally rotate. Now once I feel my weight get into that lead heel, I'm going to push it into the ground, and I'm going to try to feel like I'm using my obliques to pull my hip away from the target. Okay? So let me show you again from a face-on perspective. Loaded, externally rotate till I'm in neutral. I'm going to push that heel into the ground, and I'm going to pull my hip away from the target, trying to use my obliques. And if you're having a hard time feeling what it's like to use your obliques, best way to do this is at your address position, is pull your belly button up towards your spine. That's going to help you get some engagement there in your core. Okay, so try this drill out. For those of you that have been struggling with getting your hips cleared out, try to feel like you're throwing a ball at first. Feel what it's like to make that sort of movement. Once you start to get the hang of that, go ahead and keep that foot on the ground and feel like you're making that same sort of move. Get it over into neutral, push it on the ground, clear the hips, and now you've actually cleared your hips properly in your golf swing, a safe way and a powerful way. Focus on is making sure that, number one, you have 80% of your weight in your lead leg underneath your lead ankle, lead heel area. So 80% of my weight is going to be right underneath my lead heel, lead ankle. 20% of my weight is going to be over on my trail